Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. I'm a little bit wound up right now. My friend Mick might enjoy this because I'm kind of mad. In a way, I think it was my dear sweet Mick who asked me, when do Democrats and Republicans really work together and all this jazz? And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, when you see Democrats and Republicans crossing the aisle and all that garbage and crossing party lines and all this stuff, you know that there's trouble a-brewing, because they rarely do this to do anything beneficial for the American people. It's always to do something like drop bombs on another country or put in sanctions or something completely ludicrous and ridiculous, which is just what happened today. Now, evidently, we have mosquitoes are starting to swarm, so I'm going to do this. Well, this is kind of nifty. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for not being prepared, but it's part of my charm. Go along with it, would you? Anyhow, evidently we now have sanctions against, Russia, who else? Iran and somebody else, I'm not sure. The whole Russia thing is completely bogus. Because they interfered with the election or something, which isn't even freaking true. Oh my God, I'm telling you, right now I'm just going to recommend for you to march on over to the Real News Network. I really like the Real News Network out of Baltimore. They're good. I'd recommend RT quite a bit to people. RT America, RT Russia Today. But they freak out and claim it's propaganda. So we'll just go ahead and stick with the Real News Network out of Baltimore. I wouldn't want you to do anything that goes against your preconceived notions, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I am mad now. And I'm not trying to say anything rude about my regular viewers, because I know that you don't have... Look, here's the thing that kind of upsets me. I like that Mike Rivera show quite a bit. Now I'm going to get off topic, but what is the topic really ever with me? I like that Mike Rivera show, What Really Happened, and I think he's really good. There's just a few things with which I strongly disagree. One of them is that he doesn't seem to ever look into the voting irregularities carried out by the Republicans by way of that interstate cross-check program that I've talked about many times before. If you don't know of what I speak, look up Greg Palast, P-A-L-A-S-T, The Best Democracy Money Can Buy. You can read about it. You can look at the documentary for a very small fee. Or go back in time and look at one of my videos called Cross-Check. I really want to start rocking again. So, yeah, the thing is that, what is the thing that I was getting at with that whole... See, I get off topic now and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, Cross-Check, yeah, Mike Rivera upsets me a little bit because he never talks about that. And so the moderator, a good friend of mine named Cat and Cradle, mentioned that, some people don't want to do anything that's going to go against their preconceived notions of the world. Let me tell you what, if I were like that, I would still be glued to corporate media and believing everything out of a particular news network. So, I guess I'm just, I like people that admit when they're wrong and, try to make things right, or at least learn about a subject, from something other than the brainwashing we get here in America. I'm really going to go off topic now. Let me reiterate one more time, though. Please check out the Real News Network for their information about the Russia sanctions. I think they're giving a pretty good overview. And, oh, my God, if you dare, go over to RT and check them out. What was I going to say that went off total topic? Oh, about people with their preconceived notions and stuff. I don't know. It just really bothers me lately, ladies and gentlemen, that people get so involved with their worldview that they can't look outside themselves or even, I know what it was. It's like somebody called into Mike Rivera today, and I have to give a hats off to him for the way that he handled the phone call, because this person, the moon's out. Oh my God, how delightful. Okay. The person who called in was going on and on about that president of Venezuela and the Venezuela situation, and like I said, Richie Allen really unpacked that extremely well. The thing is, and he was going on about socialism. Oh, socialism, look what socialism's done. And Mike Rivera gently yet effectively pointed out to him that really the people in charge of that government were trying to make it so everybody got something out of, you know, it's too hard to explain for me with my pea brain, but to make it so that people weren't beholden to the World Bank and that kind of thing, and to the, well, the banksters that run the world, basically, and the CIA, and how we're actively trying to overthrow this person. And then he brought up Castro. Oh, look at what he did to Cuba and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, has anybody ever looked outside of their own worldview that we've been taught here in this country about American exceptionalism and all this stuff? Take a gander about what other world leaders thought of Fidel Castro. I'm not saying he was tremendous in every way, because anybody who's a world leader, I think, is somehow compromised. I don't even know why we need leaders. It kind of makes me mad now. Is that really freedom, having leaders over our lives? Oh my God, I sound like a libertarian, but I don't care. Yeah, so like Nelson Mandela lived for Fidel Castro because Fidel Castro was very instrumental in ending apartheid in South Africa back in the day. So I started to really look into that and how much, he overthrew the government, the Batista government, I think I said it right, that was basically our puppet down in Cuba, running what Mike Rivera calls a narcocracy, or something like a narcotic thing. It was gambling and drugs and a crazy narco state. And Castro came in there and got rid of all this foreign influence with the Central